Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Ernesta. If today is your first time, you're welcome, and if you've been part of this family, I just want to say thank you for watching my videos. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe. It is free. They might ask you to sign in only because they want to be sure you're over 18, not because they want to collect your data or they want to check up on you. Please be patient and sign in. You only sign in once anyway. The next one, they're not going to ask you to sign in anymore, so please sign in and watch my videos. Thank you so much, and share with your families and friends as well. That would be nice. I'm gonna go straight into this video. This is like a part 3 of this video. The first one was kind of like introducing us to what we should do, what we should take away from our, like changing our diet, changing our lifestyles and everything to suit our journey. And the second one, we went as far as the medication and everything. Just watch them and you will understand where we are coming from. If you do from the beginning, then you'll get all this in, and then everything will be perfect. Today, I think the last time we stopped at the egg recovery, I think so, we stopped there. So today we're going to continue from there. I talked about the sperm being the man going through ejaculation that day to give you sperm, or if you cannot get, they kind of do a minor surgery to get the sperm out as well. But let me clarify something. Like for some men or some men that they feel they cannot get out sperm, or their sperm is not there, I always say to them, go and check it out. There are so many things they can do these days. They can go in through operation to get what they need from inside there. So even if it's not coming, or they are not getting what they should get, or what is coming is not it, they still have a way they go in there to get what they need. So check it out before you decide to say, oh, it's not happening. And another thing I want you to know is that if you are with a government, like if you are with the NHS, and they kind of not push you forward, just go to private, because they will stop where they want to stop. They will just encourage you to do the easy thing, because they don't want to spend so much on you, not because there's no solution. Check elsewhere, go to private, check few places and get all the results together. Then you decide if it cannot be done, then you agree that it cannot be done, and then you can rest on it. Don't just take one clinic opinion and sit on it. No, seek, because every day new things are coming and things are becoming possible day by day. So go ahead and search. Don't stop until you get the answer to what you're looking for. I'm going to go straight now. When the egg is recovered, like we ended last time, they put them in those dish, the dish kind of thing, and then put the sperm in them, and then put them there till the next morning to see how many is going to fertilize. And the next morning when they come to see it, and they see that that is the part that I don't know how the nurses deal with it. It is their job, but if I am waiting for the phone call and I'm so anxious and so worried, they are going to give you the result. If it is a bad result, how do they feel calling you to give you that bad result or giving you the good result? Sometimes when you go to this clinic, you get used to those nurses. Some of them, you get used to them, and I think probably they kind of push those ones you get used to give you the news. Because I don't know why they do that, but I don't know, maybe one day we'll get to find out how and why and how they feel. I will find out and I will let you know. So they will call you in the morning, they will give you the good news or the bad news. I'm not going to stick to only the good news. I better tell you the truth so that you know that there could be a bad news and there could be a good news. What I call bad news is maybe if they recover 30 eggs from you, maybe few will fertilize and the others will not, which is good because you have enough. But if you get 2 eggs and none fertilize, that is really, really bad news. Money down the drain, emotions and everything. I tell you guys, it is so heartbroken. So I pray that when you go, things will work out for you. And some they will just have only one egg and it will not fertilize. You know, they have 2 ways they fertilize these things. There are some that they inject the sperm into them to fertilize them, and there are some they pour in together and the sperm run into them and fertilize by themselves. So I think they do it according to age or whatever it is. I don't know how or why they do it that way, but those are the two ways how they go about the fertilization thing. And again, for older women, why is difficult? These days older women's eggs are being used because they find a way, because when the older you become, the stronger your egg, you know, the layer becomes stronger, so sperm cannot penetrate through it to fertilize it because it becomes so strong and everything. So these days they say they have a way they do them, which I have not gone far to check yet, but trust me, if I check and I know, I'm going to be bringing you all those things so that it will help you to decide what you want to do with your life as well. So they said they can inject some to fertilize them, and they leave the other for the sperm to kind of fertilize themselves. So I'm going to find out why that and the reason behind it, and the results I'm going to find out and bring to you. It's like this video thing, this fertilization thing is going to be so long. So after they call you in the morning and they give you the, let's hope you hear the good news that you have embryos. The embryos are when the eggs and the sperm, if the sperm fertilize the egg, that is called embryo. It's got life in it, everything is there. By the morning when they come, maybe to be divided to 2 or 3 or 4 each hours, each day or each hours, they divide to as many as they are, so they can tell that this one is good or that one is good. Those that divides to maybe 4 5, they classify them as very good. But those that don't at all, then they'll tell you it's not good to be implanted, because if it's not dividing, if it's not kind of growing, it's because it's growing that it's dividing. So if it's not dividing, that means it's not good at all. Even if they put it in, they are not sure it's going to divide there or, you know, implant there. And if it does, probably it's going to be like the growth is not going to be as good as it should be. And I think that is where you get some kind of babies that are not well developed, or, you know, I don't want to go through that one now, but that is where you get some children that things are not really okay with them because a part of those things stop growing, or a part of the embryo stop developing. So that is when things start happening. So but when they divide well and divide, they are dividing, like you can see, if they're supposed to be 2 today and they are 2, they're supposed to be 4 in the next hour, they are 4, you can tell that this is a perfect embryo to be replaced. So they will let all divide, and then they'll call you in the morning, they'll tell you the one that are good, that are like 100 or 99.9% good. They will tell you some that are not too strong or not too good, but they can still leave it and see if they will make it. So they will ask you to come. In the UK, there is a law guiding it. You cannot have more than 2 embryo transferred. But in America, you can have as many as 5, I think they say, or 4, 5, something. And probably in other countries, I've not checked this one, but in America, I know they can have so many. So you can have so many. But in UK, you cannot go more than 2. And if they do transfer 2 to you in the UK, and you get pregnant with twins and you lose them, the second one you're going to go and do, it's gonna be like a battle for you to for them to be able to give you 2, because they will say, oh, you miscarried the first time, so the second one is gonna be like, God help you, it's gonna be a long journey for you. The fear in replacing one, to be honest with you, the fear I have in replacing one is that if you replace one, or you transfer one, if that one does not work, then you come out with nothing, and then you go back again to kind of do it again. And to be honest with you, the fresh embryos, I believe they work perfectly well than the frozen one. The chances of the fresh embryo, the success of that one is higher than the success of the frozen one. So I would rather have the 2 at the beginning and then if I want to mess about later with the 1 or 2, I will do. But the first one, I will want to go with the 2, and I pray that it will work if you're in the UK. But if it's in America, you can have 3, you can have 4 if you want. But the problem with having more than 2 is, if it's 3 or 4 babies, there's, the risk is so much. The risk is so much. Either they are born okay, or some are not, but some will not come okay, so the risk is too much. So that's why I will personally limit it to 2 wherever I go. America, wherever, I will want to limit it to 2 alone. I know the risk of it not happening is there. I will just trust God, because I'd rather bring a healthy baby out than, bring, sometimes when they come, your life will be another thing as well. The baby, I don't know, you will not be able to give them the care that they deserve, because you have this one that you need to care for so much. So I don't know what they go through, but I would rather stick to 2, and know that if I have 2, or if the 2 turn to 4, 2 can turn to 4, you can just have just 2, and you can still have 3 or 4. So there's a lot of risk in these things. So I will stick to 2. It's your choice. I'm just saying what I would do from what I know. Then they'll put the embryos in, and when you go for the embryo, they will guide you through with, you kind of, lie on your back and put your 2 feet up, put your feet on the ground and open your leg, just like you do the smear test. They will do, you stay that way. And they have this thing, the same kind of thing they use to kind of retrieve your eggs. They'll put it in there, hold you, the neck of your womb. I think that is kind of thing, another kind of feed that they use for smear test, to hold the neck of your womb, and then put this same hose, or is it hose or something, because when the embryos fertilize and they call you, by the time they call you, they have kind of separated them. The ones that should go for freezing, they have frozen them, and the one that should be planted, transferred to you, they will be there waiting for you to come. And when you get there, those are the ones they're going to transfer to you. And the transfer, by the time you put yourself, they have a scan there that you can watch everything as it's going in. They'll bring it out in that hose, is kind of very tiny. When they hold the neck of the womb, they will guide it through with that thing into where it should be. Because the problem with your womb, why you didn't conceive naturally, because your tubes either are blocked, or the gap between, from your tube, the egg cannot come down, the ovary cannot connect with sperm or anything. So that bypass thing is what the problem is. And now they inject the embryo, is called the babies, I call them babies. The embryo, they inject it into your uterus, and then they see it. You can see it as they're doing it. You are seeing it is dropping there. You're seeing everything is happening. And then after that, you can now go home and keep your fingers crossed. In those days, you go for, I think, for the test for, I think, 17 days. But these days, I think, is after either 10 or 14 days. I don't know, that you go for the test, or you do the test at home. Because in those days, the 3rd day, they'll put the embryos back in for you. But now they let it stay 5 more days outside. So the more days they stay, the more they are dividing, the more they are seeing that this one has 100% potential to implant and come as a baby. So the chances now, I think, is getting better than before as well, the success rate. So they'll now transfer the baby into you, and then you can go home and wait for 10 to 14 days. And I tell you guys, those 10 to 14 days, they are like hell, because you will be counting the hours. The hours are not going. It's like the day is longer than what you know it to be, and you will wait till those days to see what will happen. And sometimes that day comes and it is bad news, or it will come and it is good news. And when it is good news, there are other up and down as well that you will go through as a person. these things, they have some kind of, there is this psychological uh thing with it that from the beginning till the day you carry your baby, is like you are living in worries, in fear and everything. I know we can say don't be afraid. Yes, don't be afraid, we can tell ourselves that, but trust me, it is not as easy as ABC. There will always be that, your mind fighting and fighting and fighting and suggesting and kind of, you know I don't know. So it is a stressful situation. If you have anyone going through this thing, please, going through IVF, please support them. And if you cannot support them, leave them alone. Do not stress them. Do not stress them, because there's enough stress in there. Support them with money, because it's so expensive. Support them with money, support them with prayers, support them with anything you have. Emotional support them, make their journey easy for them, and you will see they will never forget you, because that time they need you more than ever before. And after the transplant, you go home and rest yourself. And that is where the journey begins. You're gonna be, some go about, some do things, but I know that majority will lie in their house. They're not gonna do anything, they're not gonna go nowhere. The only thing they do is go and wee and come back to lie down until that 14 days. So you can imagine the pain. There are some that goes about. I've seen some that they go about, and I've seen so many that didn't go about. They will just be in the house for that 14 days. They cannot lift things, they cannot do much. You are not allowed to lift things. Not that they will tell you, but do not lift anything that will make you to kind of, do not lift anything. And another thing you should not do when you are going through these things, do not dye your hair. Please do not dye your, if your hair is dyed already, it's okay, but do not go and dye your hair, because when you dye your hair, some chemical that goes into you, all those things do not do. So look after yourself. Exercise, there are some minor exercise that you should do, especially when the embryo is in already. If I were you, I would stop a lot of exercise, just something to keep your body going only is what you're going to be doing. And then rest properly, rest most of the time, sleep as much as you can sleep. That is if you can sleep, because your mind will be so troubled that you will not even sleep well. So sleep well if you can sleep. And another thing I noticed that you'll be going through from the day of replacement is that when you want to wee, you'll be afraid to go and wee, because you think, oh, it's going to drop out. It's not going to drop out. It's secure in there. It's not going to drop out. Go do your wee, because the more you hold the wee there, your bladder will not, it will affect your bladder, and definitely is going to be something else. So please go and do your wee. Nothing is going to come down. It's secure there already. If it does not work, God forbid, not because you weed or because you moved around or because you did this, no, but please try not to move around. Stay at home. Stay at home till you get your result. When you get your result, you can go out if you want. That is what I will do. So I'm telling you, it is your choice and it is up to you what you do, to be honest with you. But if I were you, I'll stay at home. That is why I say make sure everything is in place before you go through this journey, especially when you have the transfer is done. Stay at home for those days until your result is here. And sometimes, because of what they did to kind of put the baby in, you might still bleed. So if you bleed, don't panic. It might be because of the blood around the neck of the womb that is trying, coming out. It has nothing to do with the baby coming or the baby not coming. No, it has nothing to do with that. It's just the blood that is there, because that thing they used to hold that place, I think, irritated the place. So the blood is what is coming out. And if you are, you will notice that after 2-3 days the blood will stop. And another thing I want to tell you is that sometimes when you find out at the end of the 14 days that you're pregnant, that day, I do not know, it is something else. That day, the joy of that day is something else. And you will not even, sometimes you will not even know if you are grateful or you're happy or you are supposed to feel it this way, but you are not feeling it the way you are supposed to feel it, is because it's not sinking in. Gradually, it will start sinking in, and you become aware that something is happening. So look after yourself. I'm not going to go too far. I can see that before I even said anything, this thing is already gone to 20 minutes. And I've not even said much, but I'm going to try and stop here. So rest, keep yourself, and do not go about. Stay at home for those days until your result is out. That is what I will do. And eat well, drink loads of water, and please, because if you want to open your bowel, go on and open your bowel, because I remember you want to open your bowel, but you don't want to, because you're thinking, oh my God, you don't want to kind of push it out, and then if you're pushing your thingy out, then you push. No, it doesn't work like that. Just go. It's just a psychological thing. And open your bowel and feel good, because when you feel good, everything about you feel good, and everything is fine for you. So I keep my fingers crossed for you, and I pray that it will work out for you, and I pray that you will get what you want by the grace of God. And that is why I'm doing this. I don't know you, but I will be glad that you got your result. I'm going to stop here, and we'll talk about after replacement in my next video. And I love and leave you. Take care. God bless. Bye.